Hello Taurus, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new to the channel, thank you for joining me. This is a general reading. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, and then I focus on 3 areas for the upcoming month. All the cards have been shuffled and laid out for you already. This is a general reading, as I said, so aspects of it may apply to you, but it could also apply to other people that you are interacting with at this time. You may see this playing out in their lives. Okay, so the first house of influence at this time is 12th house, escape. So 12th house covers a variety of different areas, but it's basically our unconscious, what is going on in the depths of ourselves. But it can also apply to a number of other things. It can be experiences that you're having in various types of institutions at this time, whether it's a hospital or a library or a university, anything like that. But it is also very much about escape, yes. So this can be withdrawal, retreat, any kind of where you pull yourself back for solitude and reflection. Seclusion, anything like that. It's also about spirituality, everything to do with mysticism, healing, and so on. It's also the card of service to others. So now, the house of service to others. It can also be escapism, which leads, it can be, too much. So then it becomes addictions of all kinds. So all of these things come in with the 12th house. Now for the astrological influences, which is coming in to do with this house, we have South Node, life's debts, and the goddess guidance to do with this particular side of things is Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So when looking at this, it looks to me like, because of what is going on in the world at this time, very strongly, you probably are in a period of seclusion or retreat or withdrawal, or some kind of solitude at this time. And you may be thinking about mysticism. You may be thinking about your life path. You may also be assessing your life in general. And you may be having to sort of visit an institution of some kind, possibly for yourself or for others. But I feel what this is saying, that there's some kind of breakup or loss that has occurred for you, and possibly because of the 12th house, it's the unconscious, everything that's going on in the deeper recesses of you. So it's how you cope, your deeper motivations, the complexes that are within you, your programming, and so on. So this is all getting an overhaul at this time, and it requires deep contemplation. It requires solitude. It requires reflection. So whatever kind of loss you have been experiencing, or any kind of breakup, because the 12th house can also be the house of twin flames, meeting twin flames, but there may be also issues to do with that, or it could be your connections with the past in some way. Because the South Node, life's debts, is everything to do with the past. It's everything that you are carrying with you, which is not necessary for you to move forward. You have to let it go. You have to let go of the past. You have to drop baggage, emotional baggage, whatever kind of baggage it may be. But it's basically a door slamming shut, and you are now being moved forward. So it's very firmly closed. You have no choice to move forward now. You simply must. And it's the process that goes on within you in that, taking those steps forward. So it will be a very abrupt closing, which has happened for many people now already. It's a reorganization, and you're now in that period where you're contemplating what it is you need to do now. But the answers are going to be within you, and that is why you need the solitude, the reflection, the withdrawal, and possibly even turning to your spiritual life, whatever that is, for you. You could also be in the service industry or the healing industry, and now your skills are required. So it's a redirection for many people. It could also be possibly that you have had a loss of a loved one at this time, and you're feeling that heavily on you. And it's all the deep emotional processing that goes on to do with that. And this may be just the letting go of the past, the moving from one chapter to another. It brings with it big changes, this card, many changes, swift very abrupt changes. Some of them are painful, but it really is for the greater good. It's to move you forward into a new way of being. So whether that's personal or external, to do with a loved one, or perhaps you are changing the way you do things, perhaps you have had a breakup of some kind, but any kind of loss or redirection is for your highest good. And this card is going to bring that in for you, where you really have to let go of the past, put it to bed, finish things that have been unfinished, actually do away with anything that has held you back, anything that you've been doing repeatedly that has been sort of like a routine, almost robotic for you. That is all got to go now. Simply you have to move forward and move into a much better frame of mind and way of doing things. With Isolde, undying love, if you have lost a loved one or you are experiencing a breakup, then what it will mean for you is actually that the love that you have shared, the energy that you have shared is eternal, and that will always be with you. And there is always healing available to you at this time. So yes, so there's a great deal of change and movement going on, and whether somebody has transitioned to the other side, or whether you are going through changes in your relationships, or you are just simply rearranging your approach to relationships. So what you've done in the past may not be applicable now going forward, simply because things are changing, and this is a deep processing that you're going through, and it's a letting go of the past, putting that to bed, and closing those doors so that you are able to move forward. But any love that you have experienced, whether it's with another or whatever the situation is, even if it's the way that you have nurtured yourself in the past, you know, all of these things are changing now. We require greater self-care and so on. And so whatever love that you have experienced, all of it is eternal. It lasts. It's always going to be with you, and that's never going to change regardless of what is going on in the outward world. Then in the middle here, we have the 10th house. This is the 10th house is everything to do with really your career, your fame, your reputation, and you know, your public status. So if that is going through a change at this time, it could be a career change. Perhaps you're spending more time at home now with what is going on in the world. You could be redirecting yourself, or you could be, you know, perhaps you were in a higher position, a sort of a more public position, and that is changing again now. You may have been in a profession which has now been put on hold. So there's a great deal going on in the world, and it's coming for you in the 10th house, which, as I said, is normally career, fame, reputation, and your public status. So there's something going on with that, which is requiring action from you. You've got Aries, I am sitting underneath, which is the astrological influence for this house. So you will be requiring action, or you may have to defend yourself in some way, or you may have to face a challenge in some way. But the Aries card gives you the energy and the direction in how to do it. But it's the best way to approach this is through measured and disciplined action. This is not leaping impulsively into things and rushing around and you know, allowing your fears and your panics to overtake you. This is no nonsense cards on the table. Let's get done. You may have to cooperate with others in order to achieve what it is you need to do, but it's very much a can do. Let's do it card. Let's move forward, and take action, but it must be in a measured and disciplined way to get the best results. But it is nonetheless an action card. It's a fiery card, but it's a no-nonsense card. Then at the top here, we have Aphrodite, inner goddess. This is the goddess wisdom for this particular house. So awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So for those that are perhaps thinking about career issues, or redirection of your energies in some way, at this time, you may find that because of the way things are changing very rapidly, that opportunities, or you may see an opportunity, or you may just be required to focus on a different area of your life, or to focus more on what it means to be in self-care, to be more receptive, because this is all about the feminine influence, the deeper feminine. Whether you're a male or a female, we have both feminine and masculine in us. And the world predominantly has been more masculine oriented for a long time. And this is asking you to focus on more feminine qualities, which is more receptive, more nurturing, more self-care, whether you are helping and guiding others as a career, perhaps launching something which you feel is appropriate at this time in the world, or whether you're just doing it for yourself at this time. So withdrawal, focus on yourself, your own particular nurturing, so that you can redevelop what it is, how you want to relaunch yourself or how you want to redirect yourself at this time. So that could be a career focus, but it can also be if you have had a change of status. Perhaps you are now newly single, or you are now newly married, or some other kind of aspect that has changed for you. Or it could be that you are now an employer as opposed to being an employee, or you have had a change. Perhaps you're retired now, so whatever your public status has been before and it has changed, this is going to be about going within and pulling out the more receptive qualities, and the more nurturing qualities, and the more spiritual aspects even, of yourself. And redirect that into your 10th house. And it does require action of some kind. You need to take measured steps in order to achieve this. It could also be, as I said, if you've been in a more public position, perhaps you've been in sports or sort of in the acting profession or something which has a higher public status. And now, because of what has happened in the world, things are changing for you. Perhaps you've taken a step back or you've had to take a step back. Now you need to redirect. So now is a time for self-care and nurturing and to harness the more receptive qualities of yourself, to pick up on what else it is, where else that you can direct your energy. Final house of influence is the 4th house. This is the house of house and home. So this could be your physical house, your actual structure, or it is where you are currently living, the atmosphere in the home, the people in your home. It's also your connection or your relationship with your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, anything like that, your relationship with that, and how you have, where you've come from, your foundation. So at this time, again, with things going on in the world, you may find that you're spending much more time with your family, or you are in contact with them more. Or you may be wanting to do something from a home point of view, a house point of view. Perhaps there are things that you need to do around the house. Whatever it is for you, you may be wanting to perhaps purchase another home, or perhaps you're wanting to get away and go somewhere and perhaps buy a plot somewhere else, some other area. However it is for you. 4th house is the influence, and the astrological influence is Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this is the pause card. This is the no action card. This is the card of not launching yourself or making big purchases or doing anything at this time until the energies have shifted again. So you may be going through a period of reassessment right now. So you'll find with Mercury retrograde that sometimes when this comes upon you, this energy comes upon you, it's not a good time to be launching anything, making big purchases, or starting anything new. So taking any big actions. It's a time rather to go back to the drawing board, to look at your plan, whatever it is, the plan that you were thinking of, or you had already sort of arranged, taking another look at it, a reassessment, anything with a re in front of it. So reinvention, reassessment, review, redo, any kind of repeat. You may have to go over it again and again until you refine what it is, but there's refinement required in this process. Whatever it is that you were wanting to do, look at it again, because during this reassessment period that you're going to go through, you will then come up with a much better plan, a much better option, or a much better sort of arrangement. Or it could be that you're wanting to purchase something, but it's not the right time to be doing it. Wait until the energies have settled and then go for it, because there's something which is not quite right. There could be mistakes. There could be some kind of misunderstanding or miscommunication. Miscommunication often happens with this card. So emails get lost. People misunderstand you, misinterpret you. What you're saying is not being picked up correctly, and so on. So all of that is go back to the drawing board, have another look at your plan, and refine what it is that you're doing, because you're going to come up with something much better, once the process is complete. It can also be that people are coming back into your life that you haven't seen for some time. So whether this is a family member or friends or something, could be re-entering your life at this time. But whatever it is, I feel it could also be that you are perhaps spending more time with family members and so on, or you are having a sort of a revival of interactions, with people from your family, from your past that you haven't been in contact with for a while, and you're sort of reconnecting in a way. It can be all about that as well. But just be careful what you say, what you write. Any kind of communication can be misinterpreted at this time. Or you could reconnect with somebody from the past and actually settle a whole lot of things, or to come to some kind of conclusion, or they could be coming back into your life to get more clarity on something to help you move forward. That can happen as well. The goddess guidance at the top is Orna, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So I feel that there's some kind of opportunity in the 4th house for you. So whether this is a new home or redoing your home, perhaps it's a renovation, or you're changing what is going on in your home, or you are busy with something to do with your family, your roots, your foundation. But a leap of faith is going to be required at this time. And you're not to concern yourself with whether this is going to work or not, because once you make a decision, once you've done your planning and you've come up with the very best plan that you can, in other words, after this period of reassessment, once you've been through that and you're now on the other side and you're ready to face, then you can take your leap of faith, and the universe will support you in whatever it is that you're trying to do in this 4th house. To take a leap of faith, the universe will support you, but it must be something that is close to your heart, something that you really want to do, something that you're passionate about, something that is really going to assist you on a deep level, however you want to apply it. But the universe will support you, but it is going to require a leap of faith and trust that things will work out for you. Bottom of the deck for the goddess cards is Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Very good card. Wonderful card to be having. It is exactly what it says. This is a card of abundance. So things will get better. Things will improve. But this period of reassessment and reviewing your plans and looking at things again, you're going to pick up what needs to be done, refine, and come up with a much better plan. And I feel then you will have the abundance coming to you, whatever it is that you're trying to do. The astrological influence underpinning this bottom of the deck is Jupiter abundance. So you get a double abundance here coming in. This is quick energy coming in, very good abundance coming in for you. Now, abundance can be anything. It could be friends, support. It can be money. It can also be an idea or good luck, or a change of direction, or it could be trust, it could be faith, it could be rescue, it could be any kind of situation which moves you from where you are to where you want to be. So you could be right place, right time, or you could just have an incredible stroke of luck, or a brilliant idea, or some kind of support from the universe comes down for you at just the right time. But you need to grab it, you need to work at it to harness that down, because Jupiter is a fairly fast moving energy. So whatever comes to you, you need to follow every opportunity, and one of them will pan out for you. But as I said, abundance can be a variety of things. It can be the support of a loved one or a friend, or any kind of abundance that comes to you when you need it, and it gives you that boost. It's a very lovely, lucky card to be having, and you have Lakshmi as well with you, so things are looking good. I do hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.